So we are going now to our botanical garden, and our garden is divided in 3 layers. So we are in one, then we are going to another one, and the main entrance is in the end or in the beginning. For us, today is in the end, and I think it's better to be in the end than in the beginning because it's easier going down. The monument that we have behind us, you will understand why this man was important, because I will tell you more about him when we visit the palace. But his name is Dom Pedro. He was Dom Pedro I of Brazil and Dom Pedro IV of Portugal. And because he was very important in one battle that we had here, they built the monument representing of him and the connection that we have with Brazil. Of course, today is a little bit different, but in on the 1700s, we almost were the same country. But then a lot of things happened that I will tell you more about that when we visit the palace, because it makes more sense because we have the whole information around us. But before this area here, we had the first middle-aged castle on the island. They took almost 20 years to build that, and the castle just lasted 10. Because then they built the 2 forts, and we know that no one comes to invade the island from the mountains. No one. It was an empty island, so no one on the mountains. And when they built the 2 forts, so your hotel and the São João Batista fort, Spanish, Portuguese, they destroyed this one, and we still have just a sample of that when we are going down. The 2 signs here, the first one is villages from the Azores, the other one are cities from all over the world. Let's just go to the other corner, and then, because it started raining, and we start going down, okay? We call the goat islands. They are no goats there now, but with the settlements they bring some goats first to know if it was possible to have life here. It's not allowed to be on that islands, they are private. And they are a birds reserve. And I want to show you here on my phone, because we have a very famous bird that comes here every summer. It's called cagarro, and it's almost like a seagull, but a little bit smaller. They put just 1 egg in 1 year. They just have one partner the whole life, and they are the only birds that can drink the salty water, remove the salt, and have just natural water. And these birds have just one awesome thing, that is the sound that they produce, and I have here on my phone. To show you, I showed them yesterday. It is just like 2 or 3, but I just want to explain how important that pipe was. And because when we had the settlements here, we had a man, Álvaro Martins Homem, the most important one here, that was asked for him to create something to provide water for all the community. So he had a very awesome idea. He creates 15 water mills from the mountains to the city to provide water for all the city. And that water mills, they were in exactly the same place when we have the pipe over there. Of course now they are destroying, but was very important. And the blue building now, it's a startup, it's a incubator, companies incubator for new business, for new companies, for new deals. No? Startup, yes. Incubator. Ah, okay. Our garden, we have different layers, and this one that we are going now was one of the most important ones, because that building that we have over there was the first monastery that we had here on the island. Of course, that the monks disappeared. We still have one with nuns, but during the settlement we had around 6 convents and 2 monasteries. and one place that was the church and the college, Jesuits college, that we are going there too. This is São Francisco convent. That was a place when we had a monastery, and today it's our museum. And I really recommend for you to visit. On Sunday it's free, and Monday it's closed. So tomorrow we don't have plans. It's a beautiful place to go, and probably you will be familiar with a lot of that I told you. You have more information there. You can spend 2 hours. It's not the biggest one, but has a lot of information about the island, about the Azores, since the settlements until today. So I think it's really worth it for you to visit. The entrance is on the other side, but then I can show you where is it. And because we had the monks here, all this area, so the one that we are going now, was the agriculture area. And they built a tank to provide water, to be easier for them to have water for all the agriculture and for the crop and everything. This tank, we call this area, we call the Black Man, because of the statue. A lot of people already asked me if it's something about Maya influence. We don't know. We know that during the settlements we had a lot of, not a lot, but we had a few slavers coming here from Africa. But even today, that is not the big proof that we have about that. We know that we had them here, but even today we don't have big families on the islands still. So this is why they don't know that it was just a time and then they moved, because here in the Azores was not just the slavers that came. We had a lot of people from mainland, from prisoners even coming here to start a settlement here. So this is why I think slavery was not a thing that we had here on our island. But anyway, we have this statue and one more on the other side in honor of all of that. Today, I think this tank is just used for one thing, because we have one college on the island, and the freshmen, they have a ceremony right here to be not freshmen anymore. It's like the baptized. So they go inside of this clean water, they kneel, and then they are blessed and not freshmen anymore. And very drunk to do this. And I remember also my mom saying, because when I was in school, the only place that kids come was to the garden, because we don't have any place to go. And I remember my mom saying, don't go to the Black Man. And I was not understanding why it was not allowed for me to come. It was just allowed for me to be on that layer. And why was that? Then I figured out, because this place was a beautiful place for couples. And this is really good now, but was full of trees, so very covered place for that. And I said, don't go on the top of the Black Man. I said, okay, of course I came anyway. I need to explore.